Hello, my name is Veronica and welcome into the Learning Lab to a Tuesday morning haul alert and a few organizational idea tips. Come on in and let's get started. I am fully aware that my lame excuses for why I go into Tuesday morning are beginning to wear thin, but seriously, with good reason. I had to go to Sally's Beauty Supply on Sunday, and near there is a Tuesday morning, so of course I had to go in. And I found something wonderful from one of my favorite companies, and that happens to be Cropper Hopper. Some of you may recall these from the CHA 2012 show, but they had a whole set of black and white themed things. Anyway, this happens to be the stamp holder. And it comes to you like this with a little magnetic case that attaches to the front, and then these dividers that you can put your unmounted stamps on. So I've already opened one. Let me show you what they can do. Now I've already mounted this to the front. It just comes right off. It's magnetic. That's my plastic covering from it. And it just attaches right there to the front and stays in place. And then once you take out your film sheets, they don't come separated. I had to pull mine apart and turn them around. One helpful hint for you is that when they do come, there are 15 of these. Be careful, because you may think this is one, but it's not. It's actually 3. So just make sure you pull them apart and count to make sure that you have 15. So for any of you who have been following me for any amount of time, you know that I love stamps. So I took some of my stamps and said, well, let me see if they work. This one happens to be a G Studio. I put it on there, and yeah, the cling is great. This is from that wonderful hot air balloon stamp set from TPC, and yeah, great. This one is the Inkadinkado Fern set that I showed in a previous video, and yeah, it sticks. And this one is an acrylic cling, and it's from a My Mind's Eye set, and yeah boy, sticks right there. No falling off anywhere. So I think this is going to be great. And the beauty of it is I can use both sides of it. And with 15 sheets stacked up in here, I think that's going to work out perfectly. Now, going back to this set of My Mind's Eye stamps. Okay. My AC Moore and my Marshalls happen to be close to each other. So I ran into Marshalls, and of course I had to check out the crafty stuff while my son checked out the toys. And here's what I found. The All Is Bright set, The Sweetest Thing, and Indie Chic. And this is where I pulled the Handsome Boy from. And each set was only, check it, $1.99. Yeah, so I got a pretty good deal on that. So I'm really excited, ready to work on getting some of these stamps organized in this holder. And I'm really going to be excited to get that done. Oh, also to show you some stamps that I did unmount that came on foam. I don't know if this was All Night Media or who it was, but anyway, this was their Celestial set. And what I had initially done was put some of my Aleene's Reposition It tacky glue on the back, just so it could stick to my clean mount when I was stamping. There you can see the glossiness, but I'm not going to need that now because look, they'll stick right onto here and they lift right off, not a problem. And I'm thinking for some of my mask that I also put that on the back, that I can use these to attach them to. I initially picked up 3 of them. Then ironically, I was in one today, so I picked up 3 more. Trust me guys, this one happened to be near my son's doctor's office, and I needed to drop off a form for camp to be filled out, so I hit the Tuesday morning near there. Okay, next item. Now this one happens to be their little 5-drawer organizer. I do like it because under the bottom it does have some feet on there, so that's a nice feature. And these drawers do slide out very easily. They are actually decent for holding things. If you only have a few, that's great, because you can just pull out the drawer that you have labeled with whatever is in there, and then, you know, slide it back in when you're done. This is beautiful. The store I went to only had one of these. I'm sure there was someone who got there before me and probably got them all. This one went for $7.99, as well as the stamp storage was also $7.99. On to the next Cropper Hopper organizational idea. And this one happens to be the stamp shelf holder. And of course, when I saw this, it just resonated with me, because when I did that huge wooden stamp haul from AC Moore on my birthday a few years ago, which reminds me I need to go this year, I did not want to unmount my rubber stamps. So I left them mounted, and I've just been kind of storing them in this deep, heavy-duty box that I have. But now I have an opportunity to not only have them out at hand, but also to display them on this shelf. And after looking at it, I realized this is something you could easily construct yourself. But for $3, I went ahead and picked up like 6 of them. And the way this works is it comes actually with more shelves. There's a piece that goes in that you can remove to make more space for yourself. And I pulled that out only because I had some larger stamps. These are just in here on their sides, which my son didn't like, just to show you what this could look like. But I thought if I use these for, let's say, seasonal stamps, and when it's Christmas time, if I just go into my stamps and just pull out all those that are Christmas and load up my little shelf, that maybe, okay, the lighthouse isn't Christmas, but maybe it can give me some inspiration for creating when I can see them all together. Like I said, I think I picked up 6 of these, so we'll see how that works out. Now, I also was in another area of the store looking for something for my closet, and I was thinking about doing a series called At Home with V. We'll see if that materializes. But I found a beautiful canvas covered box, and this was the lid that went to it. I don't need the lid, I just need the square base. So when I was looking at my one from Cropper Hopper, I looked at the inside of this and thought, you know what? Hey, I can use this to create a shelf. I can cut a piece to go across there. My sides are reinforced and heavy duty enough that I think I could make it work. Because let's go back and take a look at the one I purchased. If you look in here on the side, it's just 2 pieces of cardboard that a piece of space has been left in between so that this can slide down in there. And they have just been affixed at regular intervals. And I'm thinking I can get a sturdy box and cut my own cardboard or chipboard or whatever and do my spacers there to accommodate the width of my stamps, and especially the large ones. So with that in mind, I started searching out something similar, and voila, came across a shoebox lid. I mean, it's perfect for holding those stamps. Again, you can measure it out, cut your pieces, go to your local hardware store. I'm sure you can find some lightweight MDF that you can probably cut with scissors, and you can make your own shelves for that. For holding this in place, up at the top, they have a grommet hold there. And if you have that We Are Memory Keepers thing, I know I do, and I have a lot of those huge grommets, just put your hole through and you can suspend this from your wall and either hang it on a nail, or you can put some pretty ribbon through there and tie a knot and have it hang that way from a 3M would be great for that also. So love my little shelf. I do think it could be easily reproduced. You just got to get some ingenuity going for yourself. Okay, another organization idea that is not Cropper Hopper. I was in somewhere, AC Moore, Joann's, whoever it was, and they had their storage on sale for half price. So you know me, I had to get one when I saw this, because I thought, I think that's the perfect depth for holding my Cricut cartridges. So I pulled a few of them out and threw them in here just to kind of see how many I could get, and I can go 5 high and I think it was 7 wide that would neatly fit into here. And that way, with the cover closed at a glance, I can just look and see which one's in there. And you know, you can organize them whether you have the Imagine, the everyday, the special occasion, however you want. And I thought this would be great. I can continue to keep my overlays in the container they're in because I have linked everything either to my Gypsy or to the Cricut Craft Room. So these are here when I just want a straight cut from my Cricut machine. Now, on to the best deal ever. Now you may have been eyeballing my Zutter things hiding in the background. Well, I'm going to bring you in for a closer look. Some time ago, Tuesday Morning had the clipboard wood available. And yeah, I got some. A 5 by 7.5. I got an 8 by 8 and a 10 by 10. And when I say I think I probably picked up 7 or 8 of each one. Well, lo and behold, when I stopped in there today, they had some more that had hit the floor. The one thing I saw that I just totally fell in love with was this canvas artboard. And it was $1.99, and there are 2 of them in here. So I got the 1 pair, and they're 8 by 10. I was out of my mind when I saw that, so I had to grab that up. And when I got to the register, the girl who was ringing me said, "There are more of those back there," and I said, "Not anymore." She said because my boyfriend had wanted her to pick up some more for him, and I said, "Nah, you're out of luck," because they had some huge boxes up on top, and I pulled those down, went through all 3 of them and pulled out everything that I wanted. Now, in addition to that, they had these little covers, and they are acid-free. These were 59 cents. These are a little more lightweight than the other one, but just as sturdy, and they're white on both sides. And then on the back, you get some really cute ideas for putting it together. Please excuse my nails. I did not realize they looked that horrible. So I got that size, and then I also picked up the 6 by 6 size. Now, they also had this, which was a bamboo spine cover-it-all. And I was like, well, what's a cover-it-all? And what you do is once you bound your book, you can cover the whole thing with this. Well, it came in 3 different styles: a flat spine, a curved spine, and a bamboo spine. But I picked up a flat spine, cover it all, in white. And I also got the 6 by 6 flat spine in this pretty cardboard color. And then they had another unusual size, which was 7.5 by 5. And I stuck with the flat because I like that. And they also had some of the sheets to go in it that were already cut to 7.5 by 5, 10 of those. These were all 99 cents, and then my paper was 99 cents. This was the only one they had in the cardboard color in that 7.5 by 5, and it was the rounded spine. So I went ahead and got it. Then there's the 8 by 8 flat spine, which, you know, I love that size. I do enjoy working with it. And here is the 8 by 8 flat spine in white. So you keep saying, I get that they make these. How do I use them? Well, Heather over at the Paper Castle had gone somewhere. I don't remember. But anyway, they had these Bind It All book project books. And she was giving them away, and I was the lucky recipient of one. And so I have been going through this book, looking at it, loving the ideas, trying to, you know, see which of these I wanted to do. And so once I was in Tuesday Morning and I saw the cover all, it was like ding, 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 ding. Alarms, woo, 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 started going off in my head. I know where I'd seen that before. It was in this Zutter Bind It All book. Here's how it works. As you can see, this one was the rounded spine on here. And when you look inside, you can see where they've used the ring. And each one tells you the O-wire diameter size. For example, this 8 by 8 will fit 3/4 inch diameter O-wire. Okay, so here it is. Let's open it. When I open it, you can see where this spine actually kind of falls away from the book. Here's my O-ring right here. When you go to the back of the book, there's the back side that's done. Here is a pocket, and inside the pocket they've slid the Mylar piece. So normally when you do a bound book, your wires are exposed. With these wonderful cover alls, you can take that Mylar piece, which is heavy duty, and slide it into the pocket that's at the back of the book once you've bound it, and there you have a beautifully bound book. How cool is that? And to prove it, I'm going to open this one. Take that away. And I love this little belly band that's around there. So when I open it, there's my pocket, and here's my Mylar piece that's in here. And it tells me, important, for proper centering, punch with the binded awl at the C setting. So they actually give you instructions on how to do it. And once you get everything bound together, you take it and you'll slide it in, and if your dog doesn't eat it first. So you slide it in, and that's what's going to keep it inside of your O-ring. That's just cool. That is just too cool. Okay, here's what I'd like to do for some lucky viewer out there. I would love to send to you 8x8 flat spine in white and in brown with the flat spine. I would also really enjoy sending you this 7.5 by flat spine cover it all with the paper already cut to size. In addition to that, a 6x6 just covers, you'd have to punch these yourself, and then the one that will accommodate the tags. If you hop over to my blog, inkillusions.blogspot.com, leave a comment under this post, I'll pull from all eligible entries, and I'll have this in the mail and winging its way to you. Again, this is for the Zutter, but I'm sure it'll work with the cinch. If you have it, you would just have to do your settings, you know, a little differently. As always, thank you for joining me in the lab today. Please remember to go by my blog, check it out, leave a message for me under this post. A winner will be picked at random, and you're going to have this zinging its way to your house. That's at www.inkillusions.blogspot.com. Until then.